it's been lit. It's Wednesday night, Denise and Reg. Post Dynamite, come and get your Easter eggs. It's a dub. Middle of the week, it's AEW. Dynamic wrestling and end your night with us. It's a must. It's Dynamite, it might combust. Speak now, we're gonna give you all the recap. Live on YouTube is where you see that. The Cali connection with the feedback.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Instinct Culture Podcast. It's your girl, Denise Salcedo, and Righteous Reg. And Reg, it's AEW Dynamite 300 time. We got to talk about this. How are you?
It's your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster. Very excited to be here. FOMO set in super hard, Denise. I hate you. I don't want to hear about it. I'm leaving off the show immediately. I only came to say I'm not going to be on the show. No. What a time it felt like. I'm happy to hear to talk about it. There were some very great moments. There was some exciting stuff. So I'm really excited to hear about it.
I got to tell you, Reg, I feel like you're having a horrible day. I will tell you why I think you're having a horrible day. One, you didn't go to Dynamite, which you wanted to, and you didn't go. Two,
remember I started
rescheduled.
Remember last night I started texting you getting your schedule? I was about to pull up. Like that was
I know you were.
That was the thing.
And then three, someone broke into your car.
Like what? I don't deserve any of this. Like I thought I was just gonna a regular old Wednesday. I was gonna not have to watch the show, go on a little date with somebody. That got whatever. And then my window's all broken. Had to wake up early to get that stupid ass thing fixed. And then a great wrestling show happened where somebody did a tiger driver off the top rope. Like, I don't know what I ever did to deserve this, honestly.
Yeah, Reg, this is just not your day today. So.
I'm going to bed.
Go to bed, Grandpa. Your horoscope said not today.
Come on, dude. That's crazy.
That is so funny. Okay, well, I'm having a good day. Does that at least count for something?
Did you get nachos at the arena?
No, I didn't actually. I had like a very, very eventful day. So I went to AEW Dynamite 300 in Ontario because, you know, my car didn't have a hole in it, Reg.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Yeah, cool.
So I went to AEW Dynamite 300. It was actually a very, very fun experience. I thought I can't wait to get your thoughts on the show because I think being in person, there was just a really good atmosphere. Like the vibe in the building was really good. And I'm curious to see if that came off on TV because I felt like the energy was really good. Like people were there. Every single person that was there was like a true AEW fan. Yeah,
I mean, it definitely felt like that. Like the hardcores were there. The people that are going to get cheered in AEW like Swerve and Ospreay and Kenny Omega and Ibushi. Those guys are gods out here because these people know their history. This is AEW territory. I feel like the peak of you guys maybe was the 6-man match because like there was points in that where you guys were going absolutely ham and I was having a great time.
At home on your couch.
I'm telling you, look, at home on my couch, you little hater.
Okay, so I was excited. Today was a particularly fun show for me and a cool experience because I took my brother to go watch AEW for the very first time, Reg.
Awesome.
He's never seen AEW. He doesn't know any AEW wrestlers.
Nothing.
Like full on nothing. And so he ended up going with me to do the Tony Storm interview. In case you guys haven't gone onto my social media, tomorrow morning I am dropping the most requested, the most demanded interview that people were asking me for, which was Timeless Tony Storm. It's my first time interviewing Tony. It was my first time meeting her. So I got to the building, you know, pretty early. At 1:00 was the time I had to show up for the interview, right? So I was there by 12:30. Okay, the show starts at 5. I was there at 12:30, and mind you, it's an hour to get to Ontario from my house. But I took my brother, and he got the full experience, Reg. He got to go backstage. He met a bunch of wrestlers. I know. I will tell you everyone he got to meet. There was a bunch of people. So he got to meet Will Ospreay.
What?
He saw Hangman Page.
Wow. I thought you were going to be like, he met like Serpentico and like Angelico. Now you like, oh no, he met Will Ospreay, the first one. What the hell?
Tony Storm, Dustin Rhodes, Beast Mortos, MJF.
What were they? Did he go through the superstar VIP entrance? Like, what the hell's going on?
Did I say Beast Mortals already?
Yes, you did.
There was more. There was more. Samoa Joe. There was more. I'm blanking right now.
What the
but
hell?
Literally everybody. So no, we got there right for the interview, and PR was like, okay, Toni Storm's just finishing off her makeup a little bit, and then we're gonna, get you guys situated somewhere to do the interview. And so PR is like, okay, hey, like you guys go to catering, so hang out in catering for a bit. So, Konosuke Takeshita. So we walk into catering, and everyone is there, right? And I'm like out there with all my gear. I brought my big ass light. I brought my big ass suitcase.
Mark girl.
My tripod, like everything. Like I look like I literally just came from I don't even know where. So we were just sitting there waiting for us to do the interview. And so as we were waiting, all these wrestlers kept coming in. And I got to see Hobbs too.
Let's go.
I thought I said
no,
Hobbs.
You didn't.
Yeah. So I saw Hobbs too.
Unbelievable.
And he was like, and just Hobbs had some nice things to say, so that was cool. Sure and did. Then so where was I at, Reg? So everybody just kept coming into the room, and so I just kept saying hello to everybody because I was kind of sitting in this position where I was waiting, I couldn't turn because I had all my gear, so I was just like this. So
you're being weird.
Someone came into the door, it was just like, oh, hey, nice to see you. Hey, nice to see you, so and so, and all of that. So
they all knew who you were too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I know.
Big flexer.
It was nice. So it was funny too, because I kept telling my brother, after we met somebody, I'm like, oh, this is this person. This person is, I would give him a little rundown of who everybody was and stuff like that. And then once we actually got to the show, at the end of the show, I asked my brother, who were your favorite wrestlers? Who were the people that stood out to you the most, right? So let me tell you, the first name that he mentioned was MJF.
I mean, it's Max. Nobody's really surprised. He stands out.
Yeah, the second were the Young Bucks.
I mean, come on. The reason for the season, he wouldn't be at this show if it wasn't for the Young Bucks,
And then Will and Swerve, he had a good time with that match too. So those were the four. Yeah, those were the four acts that he named that he thought was the coolest. And I had originally taken him to Bad Blood in Atlanta. And his favorite's Cody Rhodes, right? So it was funny because he asked me today, because I just told him we're going to go to a wrestling show, right? And he said, is Cody Rhodes going to be there? Yeah. So I had to give him the whole start of AEW speech and how Cody Rhodes played a role in it and all of that. So anyways, it was a whole thing. But I asked him hey, what did you feel was the difference between WWE and AEW? Did you like one more? And I did feel like WWE is bigger. But they're pretty much the same. He said that he felt that the only thing that was really noticeable was that WWE has more grander entrances. Mm-hmm. And I thought, okay, that's interesting, for a person that doesn't watch wrestling, how they compare the two. But other than that, there was really nothing else that I think he pointed out, honestly.
That's how I feel it is for people who aren't hardcore wrestling fans. We are wrestling is this, there's TNA and there's AEW and there's WWE. To them, it's just wrestling. It's all the same. It's in a wrestling ring. They're all doing the same thing. So I totally understand your brother's stance on that. Because we get all oh, you can, it's this and this. And they're just I was at a wrestling show, dude, with a wrestling ring and there was wrestlers in there.
Because we're marks, Reg.
We are. We can't help it. No, there's a difference. This person's over here.
When I was sitting down watching Dynamite today, I was recording my little reactions. And then afterwards, I thought to myself, oh my God, this whole time I was making fun of Reg for being little Mark boy Reg. I'm little Mark girl Denise.
I saw your little videos too of you reacting. Oh, I'm look at this on display, you guys, just in front of the world. You're supposed to be on assignment as a journalist. That's real.
I can't have any fun though. I'm screwed.
Little Mark girl, little
Yeah.
Mark. They're probably like, look at Denise with her phone out. Oh my God.
Little Mark girl was in full effect today. Okay.
I love it. I love it because you're not like that usually at shows. You're just so like, I'm a businesswoman. Don't anybody talk to me. I'm over here. And
Okay, that is
nachos.
definitely not true. That is definitely not true. And I don't think I eat nachos anymore at the shows because it's always embarrassing when people come up to me for like a picture and I'm like sucking on my fingers, taking cheese out of my hands. So now I got an image to uphold.
Okay, that makes sense because that is the time that all the people want to come up. They're like, oh, she's in mid-bite of nacho. Hey, you want to take a picture?
I remember one time that did happen to me at an AEW show. Like the whole show I was eating. Well, not the whole show, but it felt like the whole show. And every time someone come over, I'll be, oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Denise. And I had my whole mouth full of food.
They probably were waiting for the moment when you're not eating, but they keep looking over and you keep having different things to eat. They're like, damn, now she has a hamburger? Like, what? I'm never going to be able to say anything.
They're like trying to find their moment. Hamburger, nacho, Dippin' Dot. Oh man. All right, well, let's get into the show. Dynamite 300. I said that I felt like it was a really good show in person, but I'm curious though, like what was the thing that stood out to you the most? Because I will tell you, I thought there was a good mixture of really promoting All In, and then also, which they have to because it's literally next week, right? And then the other thing was just a lot of good wrestling today. I even thought to myself, how are you going to fit all these matches in?
That's what I was thinking when they got to there was like 30 minutes left and they still had the tag match and Ibushi and Okada. And I was like, there's not a lot of time here. How are they going to make this work? But they definitely made this work. I think the obvious, Denise, is Hangman Adam Page. Like, this promo to start the show, like the reaction to it, that buckshot lariat, like that stood out like crazy. I'm super hyped for even more hyped for All In, getting that moment. Like, I just don't know. There's a world, Denise, where Hangman Adam Page doesn't win, but he can't. There's no way. He cannot.
Reg, don't even say that. Put soap in your mouth.
I don't know, Denise, because the stakes.
No.
Somebody made a good point on Twitter. They're like, oh, Hangman already beat John Moxley in a Texas death match. Like, he already dragged him good. And like, can he do it twice?
No. Stop it, Reg. Stop it.
Can he do it twice?
Stop it. Yes, he can do it twice.
I hope so. I really do hope so.
Twice with his eyes closed, blindfolded, with one arm tied behind his back and his curls up in ponytails. He can do it, Reg. No, if come All In, we were in a situation where Hangman came out and wasn't walking out with the championship, I genuinely think that there will be fans that are like, nah, F this, I'm out. What if you don't? Wrong?
What if you don't know? The fans don't know what they're talking about, Denise, and there's a long-termer story to be told. I'm playing devil's advocate. That'd be the worst idea of all time. Do not do this ever.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. No, I just don't think that that's going to be the case. I think that Tony knows his audience good enough. The fact that Tony knew when he had the option between Hangman Page and Will Ospreay, I mean, come on, it doesn't really get better than that. He knew that the gut right feeling was to go with Hangman Page, and he did. When a lot of us thought it was going to be Will Ospreay, and it was Hangman. So I feel like with that should tell us that, hey, you know what? Maybe Tony Khan's instincts are right. And I think he hopefully recognizes now that the people are not fans of the Death Riders.
I was seeing stuff today because they announced that they're going to have like a tailgate party during All In weekend, Denise. And people were like, there's no way they could have this party and like Hangman not be the guy. But like,
the tailgate is before though, Reg.
It's before. It's not after.
Tailgates aren't
like it was after.
Tailgates aren't before. I mean, tailgates aren't after a show. They're before a show when you tailgate.
I mean, not the way that some people do it over here. It's crazy. But yeah, I think there just can't be. That's it. That's all.
I mean, unless they're doing are they doing like an event afterwards? Is that what you're talking about?
The way that people are talking on the internet, I don't really be reading the internet. I just be browsing.
People are saying it's after. Hold on. Someone
that's saying. People are saying it was
tailgates aren't supposed to be after. They're supposed to be before.
I'm just saying what I was reading, Denise. I don't know if it's true. It's supposed to be before, though. It's like a tailgate, and then you get into the show.
That's the whole point. You tailgate, you eat some burgers, and then you go watch the game, and you go home, and you go to sleep like a normal person.
Go to home.
All right. None of this whole no. But look, no, it has to be
Look,
Hangman Page, all right? And Texas Deathmatch, like this is his match. And also, didn't I say somewhere? I feel like I talked about the possibility of this becoming a Texas Deathmatch a long time ago.
I mean, it's all in Texas. It only makes sense to have the
all
show
in Texas. And then John Moxley's also known for doing violent matches, but Hangman Page is the king of Texas death matches.
So how did you feel about that segment in the building? How was the Hangman reception? Are the fans in Ontario, are they on the train?
Yo, they are on that horse riding for that cowboy. Like legit, Reg. By the way, also thank you so much to Cocaine here who says they have a tailgate before then an after party after. See, Reg,
party.
You just didn't explain yourself right.
Sorry, yeah. So there's an after party and people like there's no way you can have an after party and like people are mad at the after party. Because right, exactly like you're saying, Denise, if they were like, actually, we're gonna have John Moxley win, fans would be so mad and they would not go to the after party, right?
I mean, they'd still go to the after party.
Yeah.
But I would be like shit talking AEW if I went to the after party and Hangman wasn't champion.
It's gonna feel like this thing. They do these things when they have like the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals. Like they plan parties for both teams, and the losing team still has the party, and like the parties are not lit. It's gonna be like that if Hangman doesn't win.
Yo, kind of like those election parties where you're like kind of waiting around, and then it's awkward if you lose, and everyone's just like, good game.
Like, hey man, you did a good job though. Like you were in there. We thought you had it.
Your entrance was nice.
It was great.
Very nice.
Like, the cowboy, everything, but they can't, Denise. Like people would riot.
People were going insane. I don't know if they showed this on TV, but there was a great sign in the crowd that said that Hangman Page was invited to the carne asada. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Did that make it on TV?
They were focusing on the other sign, I think it was like homos for Hangman or something like that.
Yeah, I did see that sign too, actually. No, I thought the reception for Hangman was insane because, he kicked off the show. So when it's like the first song that you're hearing, it was one of those things where the Tron, whatever, the second that it came on and everyone saw Hangman's logo, the place erupted. It really, really did. So he does feel like a champion. And when he called out for the Texas Death Match, everybody popped in there. Everybody. I think, look, my reaction when he said Texas Death Match, my reaction was, oh, thank God. That means this match is going to be a million times better than anything I was expecting before. Without the stipulation. With the stipulation, 100 times better.
But then with the stipulation, there's going to be even more shenanigans, though. And that's what you're into?
I'm not into the shenanigan portion of it, but I am into the portion of at least something happening in this match that's somewhat interesting.
I'm super excited about it being Texas Deathmatch. One, because these guys have already had a great one. That's Hangman's match. And I think the shenanigans this time will actually be worth it. So it won't be just the referee being dumb and oblivious. We can see the carnage happen and it be a part of the match,
But my favorite part in all of this was Marina Shafir slapping the hell out of Hangman Page. And all of this leading to him hitting her with the buckshot lariat was phenomenal. Yeah. I loved that part. That part was so great. I didn't think he was going to hit her with the buckshot. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that. So that did come as a surprise.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good bit how he kind of did it too, because you thought that it was kind of over. Moxley's walking away and Hangman's like, no, hold on a second. If we're doing this, we're doing this, and I've done some diabolical things, and I'll show you right now that I'm still pretty diabolical. Hitting her, you guys exploded. I thought it was a great way to show that Hangman is still Hangman, and when the match comes, nothing's going to get in his way of winning that championship.
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, yeah, John Moxley and any champion definitely needs the belt because, like I said, my brother's never watched AEW a day in his life, had no idea John Moxley was the champion. I had to tell him, hey, this is the champion. And then Get this. He also confused Claudio and John Moxley because we were right next to them in the entrance area when they came out. They were right next to us. And he was like, oh, shit. For a second, I thought that was the same guy, that was that guy. And I was like, nope, it's a running joke in our pod. Like, these two are basically twins.
They're twinsies. You can never tell the difference. If they're just running by, you're like, oh, that's whoever it is. That is a very hilarious thing. I don't know if they realize it. They probably realize it at this point.
Yeah, I think it's what they want. I think I think they're okay with that.
It's what they want.
Yeah, it's what they want. They want to be confused for two bald twins.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You're a grown-ass man wanting to be a bald twin with somebody. That ain't even your twin.
I mean,
bro, twins don't even want to be twins. My twin brothers, they don't even want to be twins. They go at it all the time. So why would non-twins want to look like twins?
What if they're both two only childs and they just always wanted to have a brother that they can look alike and they could have fun with?
Sure.
Reg,
you're an only child. Do you want another replica of you?
No, don't. Why you looking like me, fool? Like, get some hair, or like get a hat, or like shave your beard. This is weird.
The funniest thing about twins, my twin brothers, is I've heard them call when they're mad, "You're fucking ugly."
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? You guys have the same face.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're saying you're ugly, dude. I think we hear it.
It's so funny. All right, let's go ahead and jump into some of these super chats here. Thank you so much to everybody who's showing some love and some support. Also, please note that our graphics will be updated the next time we come back to talk about Dynamite.
So she says.
They will, Reg. They're in the workshop right now, okay? They just weren't done on time, okay? So we had to go with these graphics. All right, we got Roberto Arsenal here who says, great 300th episode of AEW. As a DC fan, I loved the Toni Storm, Lois Lane, and Kenny Superman 10-second segments. Mina had her best AEW match tonight. Dude, Mina and Mercedes and Mina. That match was wonderful. I think that because they had wrestled before, not a couple of weeks ago, actually, right?
Yeah.
Like
they had a triple threat match.
Yeah, they had the triple threat match at New Japan. And then the match afterwards in Dynamite, was that a triple threat or was it a one-on-one? Because I swore.
Oh, no, it was a one-on-one match. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the triple threat, the one-on-one, and then this one again, one-on-one. This one was better. I don't think it was better than the triple threat that they had at New Japan.
No.
But I thought this one, though, oh my God, I thought it was so good, especially because every time you thought that Mercedes was going to squash Mina like a bug, Mina found a way to turn things around and just, surprise everybody. I thought Mina really, really showed that she's top tier.
Yeah, I think last time she had a match, I was like, that was Mina's breakout performance. I feel like, again, this was another Mina breakout performance. She just continues to have them. The way that she was working this match with intensity, and she's figured out Mercedes a little bit because, like you said, she's had a few matches against her. When she kicked her in the side of the head, Denise.
Yeah.
Oh my! I screamed. Even before that, the forearm to the face, the forearm to the back of the head, and the kick to the side of the head.
She kept getting her with all of those forearms nonstop. Wow, 4 arms and 4 rums. Kind of sounds like that. And wait, hold on. 4 arms, 4 arms, and 4 arms.
Forearms. Yeah, I thought Mina's forearms in this match were on point. She was trying to take Mercedes' head off in so many points of this. She was working so aggressively. Mercedes was playing, I thought, a great heel to what to expect in the Tony match of like, Mina was kind of dominating at points. Like she had control of Mercedes. Mercedes is like trying to get away from her, but also hitting crazy. Like she's like maneuvering and countering to get into the positions that she likes to be in. I thought that sling blade off the top rope that Mina hit was sick. Just so many when they got into the forearm exchange, and I was like, Mercedes is kind of getting beat up. I don't know if she wants to do this. Like there was just something different in what Mina was bringing to it. I thought that she could possibly win the championship, like I said last week, but like, who's the greatest of all time, you guys?
You got to give Mina credit too, though.
No,
She was
incredible
out there
performance.
busting her ass. She was busting her ass. She looked so good out there. I thought she was just wonderful in this match, and so was Mercedes. Like the crowd was going crazy for it. They were really, really into it. So I just felt like it was a win across the board. And I do agree with Roberto's comment here about having one of her best do you think this was her best AEW match? I think it might be her best AEW match.
I say so without just like right now, fresh off of it. I'm like, yeah, that shit was hot. Like they were going at it. Like that's exactly what you would want from a championship match. It's starting the show like it's everything you would want out of that feud.
We got John Taylor in the building who says my favorite Dynamite in ages. We got the Golden Lovers reunited. So in the immortal words of Taylor Swift, it's a love story, baby. Just say yes. I think they definitely said yes. Why are you laughing, Reg?
Because you really liked it, and then you were like, hey, I think they like you put a stamp on it at the end. They definitely said yes. Like they're doing bits.
I'm just saying they did. They hugged it out. They had a moment. They raised the hands.
Unbelievable.
Kenny did like a 5-minute promo before the show ended. The whole thing. Wait, did Kenny's promo come out on TV? No, it didn't.
It wasn't on TV. What did he say?
Oh, he just thanked everybody, from the bottom of his heart for AEW 300. And it was pretty long. It was about 6 minutes where he was out there like pouring his heart out to everybody.
Yeah, man, he looked really good. And I think people are genuinely concerned with that. Like it's wrestling, but it's like, man, this guy was really down and out. So we hope that he's good, and it looked great. And I'm glad that he did that promo. This match, we're going to talk about Okada and Ibushi and what it's going to lead to with Kenny Omega, but I'm very excited about it.
Also, Kenny Omega did say that he's hoping for AEW Dynamite 1000. By the way, do the math. When would that have to be?
I can't do math, but this is 300. You need 700 more of these?
700 more.
How many years has it been? It's been 5 years.
Wait. We can do this math. Hold on. There's how many weeks in the year? There's 52, right? Okay, so then you have a Dynamite. Hold on. I'm going to do the math on the air right now.
Let's go, man.
Okay, let me think. I got the calculator out. Okay, so 700 divided by 52, right?
Yep.
That's 13.46. That's not appealing. I'm already stuck. So that's what, 13 years? 13.4 years? Did I do the math right?
The funniest thing I ever heard is that's not appealing. Like it's not even.
All right, someone please, dear God, do the better math right now. If you're listening to this podcast, take out your calculator. I'm a fucking journalism major. I can't do math for shit.
Denise, I thought we were about to get into this. Like I'm like, damn, Denise is about to break these numbers down, baby.
Oh, Michael Damned just says, don't forget leap years. I forgot leap years.
Oh, damn it. No, we're out.
Somebody get a whiteboard. Oh, Pangea. Wait, is it not? I was going to say Pangea. That's not even fucking Pangea. It's fucking,
just quit while you're ahead.
It's,
my God.
What's the word, Reg? The word, the P word in math where you do parentheses.
Oh, PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
I knew it. Let's go. Give me my points. Put my points on the board. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. I'm all fucking Pangea.
Dude, that's not. You talking about splitting the damn earth. Dude, that's not appealing. The funniest shit ever. You're like, no, that doesn't. I can't use these numbers moving forward.
No, if it would have been a nice whole number, I would have been able to do the math, but then I just lost it. All right, so John Taylor here says 700 weeks from now is December 1st, 2038. Okay, that's not too bad.
That's not that long.
Okay, so Matt Black says probably 2038 or 2039 to get to Dynamite 1000. Okay, see, that's not that bad.
Okay, just 13 years?
What?
Yeah, because
oh yeah, see. Okay, let's.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on. Let's just say 2039, right? 39 minus 25, 14 years, Reg.
Jeez Louise. You had to do math on it too. Like you brought your phone out for that. We're 14. That's it.
Someone asked ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out fast.
Do not. That's a long time from now, Denise. Are you still gonna like wrestling in 2039? You think?
I don't know, man. I hope so.
I don't know. Wrestling's gonna be weird in 2039.
Yeah, well, how weird do you think it's gonna be?
There's gonna be robots for sure.
Fucking robot wrestlers?
Definitely, 1000%.
Okay, Reg, share your thoughts on Okada and Kota. Well, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT right now.
Oh, unbelievable! I don't want to participate in this AI.
Share your thoughts
bullshit.
while I ask my question.
I have a lot of thoughts actually. There's been, I think that most people when they announced this match and since his return 2 weeks ago, there's been some questions about Kota Ibushi and how he's gonna work and what this run back in AEW is going to feel like. I thought we saw glimpses of it last week against Trent. There were some nasty head drops. There were some really fun moments. I thought that the Kota Ibushi that we know and love was in there, though. This was even more than that. I think if you know the history of Kota Ibushi and how he used to work, he's not 1,000 miles per hour Kota Ibushi anymore. Like he doesn't move as crazy and quickly as he does. Now he's heavyweight wrestler Kota Ibushi, who's going to kick off your head, who's going to drop you on your head, who's going to work a slower pace, but spend most of the time trying to kill you. Let's let Denise do her thing and I'll finish.
Okay, 1 second, guys. So here we go. Thank you. I don't have to do math because ChatGPT figured it out for me.
AI bullshit on our screen. I can't believe this.
Finally, I can thrive with my math answers. All right, so here's what ChatGPT says. If AEW Dynamite 300 aired on July 2nd, 2025, and they air 1 episode per week, here's how to calculate when they hit episode 1000. Okay, we did the first 2 parts, and then I got stuck at step 3. So, basically, the final answer is they're going to hit episode 1000 around mid-December 2038, assuming no missed weeks.
Huh. That's crazy. A lot of us are going to be dead by then.
Shut up, Reg. Why do you got to be like that?
Crazy life, man. I was like, are we going to make it to Dynamite 1000?
Why you got to bring the mood down?
Listen, it's hard out here. None of us make it at this rate.
All right, Reg, finish out your thoughts.
But yeah,
what if this is it and you can't even finish your thoughts on Okada and Kota? You're just like, done.
I'm done. I'm like, that was it. I did it. But yeah, like I was saying, Kota Ibushi is now a slower paced, like Kawada style. Like he's like that old grumpy Japanese legend style of working, but he'll do some crazy thing like a Phoenix Splash or like we saw in this match, a top rope Tiger Driver. I think non-bothered Okada is one of the greatest characters in wrestling history because like no matter what, he was only bothered at one time when Kenny finally showed up, but for the whole Kota match, he's just like, I don't care about this. I don't care about you. I hate you. I'll knock you out. If you do knock me out, I'll be out for a second, but I'm gonna get right back up and kill you. This was a classic Japanese 2 guys who hate each other match. There was some insane moments of this. When Ibushi countered the Rainmaker and hit his own lariat, I screamed. Like I yelled. I jumped out of my seat. Like he hit him right in the jaw, in the face, in the mouth. I'm like, you're not supposed to clothesline people like that. And again, I keep saying this is the 3rd time I said it. Top rope fucking Tiger Driver, Denise. What was it like to see that in the arena with your own eyes?
Oh, everybody was just at the exact same time. Oh shit! There was a guy that was next to me, like three or 4 seats down, and he's like screaming, "I've never seen that before! I've never seen that before!"
Yes.
And then he starts asking the guy in front of him, "Have you seen that before? I've never seen that before!"
Wrestling is beautiful.
The funniest thing. Actually, I'm not sure if it was that guy or another guy, but they were in the general same section. But after every cool sequence or every cool spot, the guy would go, "Oh, I love AEW. I love AEW." I heard him say he loved AEW at
man.
least 5 to 8 different times on the show. And I thought, how fucking great is that you can go to a show, sit down, and be taken on an exhilarating ride, because that is what I feel when you are watching a good match. It gives you the feeling of like being the same feeling you get when you're on a roller coaster, when you're on this
1000%.
high. That's how I feel. A good match makes me feel like I'm on a roller coaster, and I love that. So I feel like that guy yelling, "I love AEW," was like his euphoric moment.
I love that, man. I sometimes think we're too deep in the trenches, Denise, and like wrestling is our lives. And I want to be like that guy. Like, I want to be like, I'm not thinking about the podcast after this. I'm not thinking about writing anything. I'm not thinking about reviewing the show. I'm living in this moment, and they're giving me everything that I want. Like, to be able to kind of just be a wrestling fan again, there's nothing like it. And when matches can do that, and you could be have people saying they've never seen this before, or this is something that they've dreamed of, there's nothing better than that.
No, definitely not. And that's kind of what I was, when Okada and Kota started the match, like I was kind of thinking, damn, there's only, I know they're going to do an overrun at some point, but I kind of felt like in the beginning, I'm thinking, dang, I hope they don't take, slow walk the dog, right? And I was starting to get a little concerned, and I even found myself kind of, starting to check my phone during the beginning a little bit. I know. And finally, I looked back up, and, it took me a while. And then finally, like towards the last couple of minutes, they like completely turned the match around. That's kind of how I felt. I had some concerns about the match in the beginning, but then towards the end, everybody was just like on a high for the matchup. So that turned out to be really nice.
I think that's the thing about Okada. When there were allegations of Okada being washed or he's lazy or is all this, it's just because people don't understand his wrestling style. Okada's a fucking marathon match wrestler. Like, his biggest New Japan matches were 45 minutes, 55 minutes, an hour. Like, when he gets kicked into gear, it's 20 minutes into a match. So he's had to adjust to an American TV style, which like matches are 20 minutes, and it's taken him some time to fit his style into that. But just give him more time and let him cook. And I think that's what they did today. It's like, let these spots build, let this stuff build. It doesn't have to be a lot. When Okada kicks into high gear and he does that drop kick that's right in your face, and he starts throwing those lariats, like, this is that guy. This is one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers of all time. And this got me super hyped about him and Kenny Omega. I'm like, okay, him and Ibushi worked that match on a Dynamite where they were just like having a good time. Like, imagine these guys really fleshing out a match at All In, this big show. It's going to be incredible.
We have John Taylor here who says, I wonder if the dude who broke Reg's window yelled, "It's real glass. Damn you, Jack Perry." I don't know, Reg, you got real glass on your car or what?
It was real glass in my car, those sons of bitches. And the funny thing is,
where were you parked?
I was at the bar, at the karaoke bar.
Reg, what were you doing at the karaoke bar? What time was it?
It was, I don't know. I got out there at like 12:30 or something. It was late.
Oh, like that's not too late. I was
my
about to
car was
yell at you. If you would have said 4 a.m., I would have said,
no.
You were asking for it.
These fools probably legit did this at like 10 p.m. though. Like, they don't care. They'll just ride through. They'll do it in the daytime. Like, it's not even a thing. That's why when I got into my car, I laughed. I wasn't even like, oh my God, the humanity. I was just like, oh, it happened to me. I live in Oakland.
I mean, I don't think people realize how kind of crazy Oakland is.
They don't. Mercedes came here. She got her rental car broken into. That's a thing. Like, if you leave something in your car, people are going to get into it. But that's what fucks me up, because there's nothing in my car because I know you fools are going to get into it. And a lot of times, or I shouldn't say the same, my car's open, dude. Get in there. Like, I leave my car unlocked specifically for this reason. And the thing that really fucked me up is because it was my back passenger window and my front door was fucking open. Get into the driver's side, dude. You can have whatever you want. Get in here. I don't give a fuck. Just don't break my window. I don't want to pay $175 for a new fucking window. Just get into my car. There ain't shit in here.
Actually, Reg, I understand that. You want to know why? So I've only had my car broken into once, and they did steal all my stuff. I was in the ghetto side of Long Beach. If you know the area, you know the ghetto side of Long Beach. I was working, and I had to park my car. At this time, I drove a Jeep. Now, anyone here knows that a Jeep, it's the zipper windows. You literally unzip
you got one
it.
of those Jeeps.
Yes.
Too.
You unzip it, you open the window, and you can literally climb into the vehicle and hang out and take a fucking nap, all right? I'm not even kidding you. And come out, zip it up, leave, and I would never know, right? So when they broke into my Jeep, you know what pissed me off? They slashed the windows to get in. They slashed it. And I'm like, bro, there's a fucking zipper.
Zip it. You could have just unzipped it and got in here all you want. Yeah.
But
they're thinking about time. They're like, it's fast.
It's adrenaline. Yeah, they're like, I'm going to break into this car that they're not even thinking, hey, maybe the car door's open. Maybe I can just unzip this. No,
it's all about, we got to go as fast as we can. So break this window, get in there and see that there's not shit and run out of there.
Yeah. Oh, Reg, I'm sorry. But I knew Oakland was different. I went to the O.Co Coliseum back when the Athletics were still there. And I remember I got there and we went to Jack in the Box. And right away, we went into this Jack in the Box that had bulletproof windows. And we get off.
You mean just windows in Oakland?
And there's this man inside the Jack in the Box harassing everybody. And I'm just there like, eat my fucking food. I gotta go.
You stayed at the Jack in the Box?
We ate there.
What?
Reg. I like the taste of danger. I like to live on the edge. And so, look. It happens. But yeah, and then afterwards the guy was harassing people in the drive-thru too. So yeah, gets crazy.
And like the world's crazy, man. I don't know. What do you want me to do? I can't be sad about it. It's probably gonna happen again.
Yeah, honestly. Sorry, Reg.
I'm gonna have to strike a deal with the homie that did my window down the street. Like, can I get a 10 points or blah blah blah?
He's probably gonna sell you the window that he broke.
Definitely. Look, and I need one of those punch cards. That's what I'll be thinking. So I'm like, they break so many windows. Maybe it's the window guys just trying to get their business up. Look, this is a conspiracy. This turned into something
crazy. You want to know something crazy? When those people broke into my car at that time, I was also working at Home Depot. So I've had a million jobs. One of my jobs at Home Depot. I've had a million
jobs.
One of my jobs at Home Depot back in the day was I used to sell those bags that you pump up and you use them to like level things when you're building stuff. But people also use them to open windows. So they slide it in. They slide the little packet. It's flat. They slide it into the window and then you pump. And the pressure of it opens the window. And the person stole a bunch. And I'm thinking, oh my God, now they have tools that they can use to break into more cars.
Damn, Denise, you giving up some goods right here. I never even heard of that. You tapped into a criminal's mind state right here. You gave it up bar for bar. Denise is like, this is exactly how you do it. Get one of those bars, you slide it in real quick, you pump it up. I'm like, damn, hold on. I don't know if we should be doing this.
I just told people how to break into a car.
I'm like, wait, is she going to say all of this? Yeah, what the hell, Denise?
Well, my job was to sell them, bro. I just needed to sell them.
Denise is like, you slide it in, you pump, and that's it. I'm like, wait a second.
I'm dead. Yo.
Holy shit, dude.
But Beach Kevin says, Your Honor, I will let you know who taught me this.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the video right here. She described it word for word. It was all Denise. Oh, man.
Okay, fine. Funny, if you are ever fixing your laundry and you need someone, basically that's what it's for, Reg. Those pump things. Mm-hmm. If you don't have someone else to lift something up for you, you pump it up, you place it under, and it holds it up for you while you do whatever you need to do.
It sounds like a really cool invention for housework and not for criminal activity.
My job was to sell them.
Home
Reg.
Depot. Yeah, I get it. I got you.
I used to travel to different Home Depots. I shit you not. That was my job for like couple months.
You were like the pump influencer. You had to sit in the stores and be like, hey, have you heard of the pump?
Yeah, I'd be like, can I tell you about this? And I would show people. And I used to pump.
And then the criminals would come up and they'd be like, oh, could you slide that in a window and then pump and then I get in? And you're like,
yeah, you get in. Honestly, I thought to myself, I should probably have this like for my car in case you ever like you leave your keys inside or something. I'm
like
just saying.
Criminal. This is how criminals think, Denise.
Okay, I'm from LA. I don't know what to tell you guys.
You are from LA. Like it's in your blood.
John Taylor, it's in my blood to be a criminal. John Taylor says, as an honorary Salcedo hookup, your other fan fam, me. I want to meet Osprey, MJF, Adam Page, and Jerry Lynn. I got to chat with Jerry Lynn today too. Jerry Lynn, yeah, he walked in and I was like, "Hi, Jerry, I'm Denise. I'm a big fan."
Oh my God, come on, you guys! I met Jerry Lynn before. I want to meet the rest of the. Wait, I met MJF before. Wait, I want to meet. Okay, just Adam Page and Osprey. I haven't met those two guys.
Wait, you never met Will Osprey?
No.
How?
They don't let me around top stars, Denise. So like, this is a top star. Keep Reggie out of here all the time. It's a bit. You said how? This is how. They say,
Adam Page, I already met him like 2-3 times at this
I swear
point.
they have a picture of me backstage at AEW that's all warning. Do not.
You know what? Actually, I did see your picture backstage.
See, I'm telling you.
It was like a big giant sign that said production, catering, Tony Khan's offense. Don't allow this guy in here. And I have the picture, Reg. I took the picture.
Catering, Tony Khan's
guys, I have the picture of Reg banned from catering. It's right there. Look it on the screen. This picture is all over backstage at AEW, and it says, "Don't let him in."
I hate your guts. I hate you.
And when you go to the bathroom, they got this sign. Just in case you see this guy, run.
I hate you, and I don't like you.
We got Sleazeboy here who says, you should screen your viewers if they consumed Blue Chew prior to going live, considering last week it got X-rated like Xavier would.
Oh, yikes.
Stuff always be happening on this show. Thank you, Sleazeboy. We got Andrew Cool here who says, how did you do that camera effect on iPhone? Camera effect, Andrew Cool. Are you talking about what?
I said, what did you do on your phone?
I'm assuming they're talking about the dual camera that I use for my videos to reaction videos. That's on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just go on Instagram and you click on reel to make a reel. And then you press dual camera and you basically can do a dual camera.
I didn't know that either. That's a really cool fact right there.
I'm just here to teach everybody how to do anything except math.
Don't listen to her math takes. Listen to all the rest of them.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew Cool. David Primero says, seems like Chris Statlander will help John Moxley. Well, I mean, poor Marina Shafir was taken out, so possibly.
I mean, there's a theory that people think that Willow's going to be the voice of reason for Stat, but I'm like, David is bringing up another point for Moxley to maybe do this.
Yeah, possibly. I saw Willow too.
Denise, just stop. I'm done with you. Don't say nobody else.
Right,
Brian Danielson was there too. I said hi.
I didn't see Brian. I'm sorry.
I'm happy you didn't. You son of a bitch.
I also got to see the Young Bucks limo. I got to see it up close. It was right there.
Did you like it? Was it cool?
Yeah, I walked because I was walking in and I was like, "Oh shit, what is this?"
So
and then they showed it on the show.
Mercedes avoided your ass. It sounds like, huh?
No, I didn't see Mercedes.
I bet you didn't,
bro. I was just there for like 20 minutes, Reg. 20 minutes.
I bet you didn't.
20 minutes.
Mercedes probably gets her food delivered to her locker room. I'm sure at this point.
Well, I'm sure she gets like the steak and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All
right. We got Rafael Garcia who says three people who sell death: Danielson and the Golden Lovers.
I hate them. I hate watching their matches because they hurt my heart. Ibushi took like that shotgun drop kick into the corner and then he just like flipped it back onto his neck. I'm like, why?
Thank you, Rafael. We got David Primero here who says Darby wins the Casino Gauntlet and faces John Moxley. Is he gonna be back by then?
Rumor has it.
He's doing a convention signing with Stink. I don't remember the dates though. It's like a duel. I think it might be a New York Comic Con, but I don't know what date that is.
A story came out today. Somebody that said that he's ready to come back. So I think that's what people are talking about.
Oh shit. Well, if he does, bro, that's gonna be a sick pop, and he's got to win the Casino Gauntlet.
But then who's he gonna wrestle?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's gonna be hard because he's gonna come and he's gonna be hot, bro. Like that's the
Super
guy.
Hot.
We now all know a guy who climbed Mount Everest. We can all say we know a guy who climbed Mount Everest. I didn't know anybody else who climbed Mount Everest before.
This fool did it. He said I was gonna do it. He went and did it. I still, for the life of me, I guess they're saving it for when he fucking comes back. They still ain't said a word about it. But
I feel like we got secondhand coolness because Darby went and climbed Mount Everest. Like, we're cool because he went to go climb Mount Everest.
People die doing this legit every single time. And he just went up and planted a flag and came back down and is just back to his regular life. What a interesting character.
When I interviewed Sting, by the way, guys, that interview is up. You can check that out. Please go give it some love. When I interviewed Sting, he mentioned, hey, what is next? Maybe Darby can do space or something. And I thought at first, I thought it was kind of outrageous, right? But then someone on my Instagram comments wrote, if Katy Perry can do it, why can't Darby Allin? And I thought, oh shit, you're right. If Katy Perry can go to space, why can't Darby Allin?
Katy Perry did not go to space.
I mean, she did though, Reg. Even if it was just for a second, she did.
No, she did not. Did you see that thing they traveled in, Denise? That shit would have burned.
Did you see how that thing landed?
Faster than pot in my mouth. If there's no way.
Did you see how that thing landed? They just dropped them.
They would have died. There's no way that shitty little machine got those people to fucking space.
But they did, Reg. I saw the videos. I literally saw a video of Katy Perry in space. She revealed her track list or her concert list or something.
You believe it?
Don't tell me this is like when people are arguing that the landing on the moon was fake.
No, this is fucking 8 celebrities going to space for 10 minutes. That's not how space works.
I don't know, Reg. Damn. Okay. Do I look like a fucking NASA expert?
You can't go for the day to space. What the fuck?
Okay, well, the point is she went to space. So why can't Darby Allin?
She went to Studio City is where she went. I've been there before on the lot. I watch shows on there all the time.
We got Infamous Raider Loco gifting 5 DWL memberships. Thank you so much. And he also sends in a very generous super chat. Thank you so much, Infamous Raider Loco. He says, had to pop in to say what's up to my favorite duo, the Kelly Connection. Hope you're both doing absolutely great. Another great night. Whatever happened to Orange Cassidy or Jack Perry? Just something I was wondering. Anyway, enjoy your holiday weekend. When's the last time I saw Orange Cassidy? He was on Dynamite. When was it, Reg? What was the last thing we saw with Cassidy?
He did. There was like a battle royal or something. It's sad or crazy that we don't know, like offhand. Like, I don't really. I mean,
feel like, was this Moxley feud? Because this Moxley feud, I felt like started.
Yeah, maybe because
he was kind of thrown in there in that weird time when everybody was coming after Mox. It was like Orange Cassidy,
you're right,
and Hangman, and all these people that wanted Moxley. He was kind of in those trenches there.
Yeah, so maybe when he got his title shot, remember he got a title shot, and we were all like,
oh yeah, and no one believed it that he was actually gonna win. So it was like,
yeah, but maybe I haven't really heard that he's injured or anything. Maybe he's just taking a break because he was going pretty hard for a while. Like, he was one of the main guys in AEW, so I think he deserves a little break. And when he comes back, it's going to be perfect. When Darby comes back, it's going to be perfect. Jack Perry's going to continue making his knives and fucking with pine cones at home, but like, I fucks with it.
Pine cones, yeah, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah.
But appreciate you, Raider Loco.
Yeah, for some reason I thought he was doing something with plants, but it's pine cones.
I mean, it could be plants also. He could be growing a garden back there. But appreciate the homie Raider Loco and everybody for showing up for our late night stream,
Seriously, thank you so much. We got John Taylor here who says, which is faster, Denise fleeing from tag team wrestling on Collision or Denise fleeing a math test? See, I will stick around for the math test. It'll be sad and I will cry and it'll be depressing. I ain't even gonna stick around.
This is how much Denise hates tag team wrestling. She would rather do a math test.
Reg, I didn't even know what the card was for Collision. I cannot tell you one match. I didn't even know there was tag team matches today on Collision. I left because I had to come home and do the show.
Did they announce that there was a Collision taping?
Yes, I knew that going into the show. It said it on the ticket.
And did you groan?
No, because I knew I wasn't staying because I had other things to do. I'm doing at the moment.
Could we have done this show in the morning and got a Collision recap?
No, we couldn't have. Nope, because I already have something else planned to go out tomorrow morning, and that's my Toni Storm interview. And I like to do one video a day, Reg.
Wow, that's crazy. You putting all this blame on not watching Tag Team Collection.
I didn't.
Tag Team Wrestling on Collision.
You don't even know the name of the show. Fucking Collection. How's Collection, Reg?
I hate you, Denise.
And
she ran out of there fast.
Technically, I have covered Collision more in the YouTube universe than you have.
On a technicality, yeah. You're 3 shows, but I talk about it all the time.
I have way more than 3 shows. I'm gonna go and count them one of these days.
They had announced that Mystico was gonna be in the match. I was like, maybe that'll get Denise to stay. Now
I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, he was there.
I truly had no idea what they had in store for Collision.
He was there backstage.
We got Terrence Matthews here who says, I'm glad to see Mercedes doing her thing, but I missed her in the ring with the other horsewomen. The 4 of them had stellar matches together. Yeah, of course, but she's been killing it though on AEW. Like every match has been good. There hasn't been one flop.
Yeah, I think that like I'm with you, Terrence. Like she described today earlier with her tweets and describing some of her favorite matches. Like some of the best matches she's ever had were with those 4 women. But it's great to see her be able to take on different women from different companies from all over the world, like she's been doing in AEW, because it's really shown how amazing she is.
We got Terrence Johnson here who says, "Do you all have water boys in Kelly?"
Wait,
what do we mean? What do we mean by water boys?
There's these kids. I don't know if they're kids, but there's young people. They're like on the streets selling water out of like to people in their cars. Like you know how like we have like
vendors.
Yeah, but
they have like
I guess you're right.
And they stand there
I get you're right.
Pass water. Yeah, we have that.
You're right. But it's they have them in like Atlanta and they're like aggressive.
Oh, like
our people are our people are really like they're not really like aggressive about it. They're like if you don't want to buy, they'll leave, you know?
No, but usually the only places that they're selling water, it's where it's convenient.
Right. No, this is just like they'll be like somewhere they're not supposed to be selling water and they be on some shit. But you know, you got to make your money how you make your money.
Interesting. All right, Juan Ortega says, Denise so happy she made the trip to AEW Dynamite. Honestly, yeah, I had a great time. I really, really did.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Terrence Matthews here says, I guess they saw Roman Reigns with his Ula Fala, and they were like, he would make a great Akuma. Call him. Lol.
I think it's going to work out for him. I don't know what the hell that
that movie that he's in, yeah.
Yeah, the Street Fighter. I don't know what the cast is. They're casting some interesting choices, but he'll work out.
We got John Taylor. Thank you, Terrence. John says, I've decided to retire from my current career to begin the exciting crime career that Denise just trained me on how to crime. Pump, pump, pump.
Pump, pump, pump. The little pump, pump, pump.
Pump, pump, pump. Nah, I bet you there's a bunch of people who are Googling that thing right now.
That's a fact. You just created a line of criminals. It's all your fault.
Ugh.
Look, get your money.
I better get 10%. Aren't you like what do you call those people that are in charge of people that commit the crimes, but you're just like the henchman that you basically just tell the people what to do, like a mafia boss?
That's what you're trying to be?
Yeah, I'm trying to be the one that tells the people what to do, but doesn't ever actually get my hands dirty, but gets all the money.
What is the reward in that? Why are they doing the work for you?
Because usually they have fear. You have to insert fear into them. And if you insert fear, they'll do anything for you. And then you get the money and they do all the bad stuff.
I'm waiting.
Why are they going to fear you? So much crime shows.
Yeah, you got to chill. I think. You got to chill.
Like you were like a drug lord, I think.
Like you're going deep. You've already got how to break into stuff. Now you want to be the boss, getting all the money from the top. Like they earn that position, Denise. Like you don't just like wake up and you're like, hey, I want to be the boss. And like, no, you got to like work for that.
Well, I'm going to supply the little pump, pump, pump bags. So there you go. I'm the boss. If I supply the bags, I'm the boss.
That's not it. Like, you don't bring the soda and like, oh, this is my party now. I brought the soda. It's like, no, dude, you got to do something more than that.
I'm going to rewatch Breaking Bad and take notes. All right, we got Juan Ortega here who says, Denise drove, safe driver, preventing collision. I actually didn't drive. I took my brother with me, so he drove. We got Lawrence Ross here who says, hi, Lisa and Reg. Congrats on 24/7. Thoroughly enjoyed Dynamite 300. I think they finally sold me to get tickets for All In. Hopefully we get a Hurt Syndicate match. I want to get, first of all, Lawrence, thank you so much for this generous super chat.
Thanks,
I'm so excited to finally get to this match, Reg, because this was probably, I think, my first, maybe second favorite match of the night. And it was MJF versus Brody King versus AR Fox versus Anthony Bowens for that number 2 spot in the men's casino gauntlet. This match was so freaking fun. When it started, you have all of these odd mix of individuals that all sort of bring something different to the table, like
personalities, completely.
Right. I would have on paper, I would have dismissed this match. In person, it completely over delivered. I have to say another thing. Now, I know Brody King, obviously out here in California, you know, he's local, all of
Cali,
that,
baby.
But the reaction that he got, though, I feel like Brody King I just think Brody King might be in a situation where he might be a bigger star at the moment right now. I think that after he spoke out with the abolish ICE shirt in Mexico, I think that got him even more respect from people, more buzz for sure. And I almost feel like, I don't know, he feels just a little bit different to me.
I think he's a bigger star than AEW even knows.
I don't think they realized it. Yeah. I didn't realize it until I was there today. And I thought to myself, holy shit, why aren't they doing more with Brody King? Like, he just feels like a bigger star at the moment, because we were talking in the past about how he's always been delivering. He's always been doing such great work.
He's awesome.
But he's always kind of been in the same spot. He was in the shadows of Malachi Black, whatever the fuck his name was on AEW. He was in the shadows of him. And then, you know, Julia was doing her own thing. So that was it. Brody has kind of been in the shadow of both of them. But I don't think Brody King, remember I kept saying that I felt like being in the group was almost holding back both Brody King and Buddy Matthews. Yeah. I'm seeing it now crystal clear. It was kind of holding them back. In fact, you know what? No, it was holding them back.
Yeah, I think that he kind of got lost in that. Maybe not because of his anything that he was doing, because like you said, anytime that he has an opportunity, he knocks it out of the park. But just like what was surrounding kind of the talks of that group and Black and how he was moving, I think he got lost in that. But since then, post that, every opportunity that he's had, all the matches, I always come out of the matches like, damn, Brody King. Like, no matter what, if it's a multi-man match, if he's in a tournament, if I see a Brody King match, I'm like, damn, Brody King's the guy. He really evokes some kind of emotion that wrestlers can't really tap into. I keep telling them, put this guy's band out there for one entrance, and that's really going to throw it over. I love that the homie had the sign kind of giving up how Brody King gets down out here, it being in California, and the way that he came down. He was talking shit to Max this weekend, saying that when he gets to Max, he's going to tear him up. So him just coming down, tearing off his entrance stuff and just staring at Max like, I'm gonna get you, really showed that he wants to be in those positions. He wants to be next to MJF, next to the Will Ospreays, next to Swerve, next to the Kenny Omegas. He wants to be considered a top guy, and it feels like it's time. The way that he was working in this match, the way that he works in every match, he's a heavyweight wrestler. He does some crazy ass dives. His finish is disgusting, the fucking power bomb into the pile driver. Like, he is, when I think of big heavyweight killer wrestlers, this is that guy. And like you're saying, Denise, they're gonna have to give him something, some kind of, I don't want to say a reward, but something that tells the fans we're also invested as much as you guys are.
Yeah, I really felt it at today's show. And again, I don't know if it had to do with just the fact that it was California, but it just felt different. And maybe I'll wait for the next episode and see if we still feel that way. But I really do think so. I really feel like right now is Brody King's time. It feels like it. This is the moment where you either pull the lever or you don't.
How do you feel about Anthony Bowens? No Billy Gunn, thank God.
Anthony Bowens did good in this match. He did good in this match. And so I really feel like I can't take anything away from him. I feel like he did really good in this match. The only problem is that now with the claims, they had so much personality and there was so much that connected to him. Now Anthony Bowens doesn't have that. And it seems like, okay, well, who are you? What are you? You just can't just be this, right? And I guess you can, right?
You're right, though. I think that's a big part of what the separation, like why people don't understand how great of a talent it is that he is because now he like has a new entrance, he has new gear, but it's like, who is Anthony Bowens besides a catchphrase, you know?
Yeah, and I mean that's exactly how I'm feeling. So I just feel like he needs to find what his thing is. What is
Right.
unique to him.
Right.
That's where we're at. It's just, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels a little weird. But other than that, though, I mean, we did see the Hurt Syndicate play into this afterwards, where we ended up seeing like Jet Speed go out there and they kicked their asses, and then they still kept trying to ask for more. This kind of took a bit, but did that come across like that on TV? Where it felt like it took a really long time. And there was a point where I couldn't even see Hurt Syndicate, because they were in the rampway and I couldn't see them from there.
I was just thinking about last week's episode, Denise. Remember where they had the extended segment and it was like, why is it so long though? Like, I feel like you could accomplish the same thing if you just hurry it up a little. And that's how I felt today. Like, I like the bit. I like it of Jet Speed is like, they get their ass kicked, but then they're like, that's not enough. Come back. Like, them continuously getting up and show them no matter what you do, we're going to get up a good bit, but it just felt a little extended. Maybe because Hurt Syndicate connects their segments, you know what I mean?
Maybe. I don't know, but it does feel like a little bit weird. It feels like it always goes a beat too long.
Right.
My brother thought that the Hurt Syndicate was the bodyguards of MJF, by the way. He was like, are they their bodyguards? He thought, do they wrestle? And I'm like, yeah, they wrestle. You know, he had no idea. He thought that they were his bodyguards.
I guess that's the aesthetic that they're going for, but I don't know
that's not what it's supposed to be. Remember, I had said this last week. Wasn't Bobby Lashley supposed to be the end all be all of the group? I don't know that he is anymore.
Bobby Lashley just felt like a fool. This might be backfiring. And Bobby Lashley's a big star. He's a former world champion, and people are still like, oh, it's Max's show though.
He's not the lead singer of this group.
I did think when Brody got in the ring and Bobby stared him down for a little bit, I was like, that match might kind of hit though.
What part? Who stared? What part?
Brody King and Bobby Lashley had like a little stare down.
I don't think I saw that.
That shit might be kind of tight if they do that, but it's I don't know. But
they'll meet. I'm here for that.
I don't know if this is. I guess it's working because they still have the hottest segments. People are still into it, but it is that thing of like Max is the star here, but it is AEW and he should be.
Yeah. Well, then, I mean, come on. It was a situation where, I mean, Bobby Lashley did come in and say, I want to help the young talent.
It's working.
It's working. It's helping MJF.
Wow.
We got Reggie Simmons here. Reggie, thank you so much for the love. He says, you guys are awesome. That is all. Thank you so much, Roger. You're awesome for showing us the love and the support that you have continuously. So thank you very kindly. We got Lawrence Ross here who says, Reg picks look like Tyrone Bigham. Who's Tyrone Bigham?
Tyrone Bigham is a Dave Chappelle character. Oh, that pick. Yeah, no, you're onto something, Lawrence. It does though. No, I never thought about it that way, but now looking at it in a different light, you might be right.
Reg, this picture is all sorts of messed up. Like, if I didn't know you, I would be hella judging you. I would be like, kids, this is why you don't do drugs.
Life is like that. I mean, that could be a good lesson for the kids, Denise. I could be that example.
Can we give permission to every parent that's listening to this podcast to use this picture as a picture to show to their kids, hey, don't use drugs, because then you're going to be like this.
This is what you're going to
family
look
gathering.
Like. If you smoke a bunch of pot and drink a bunch of Hennessy, this will be your future. I don't know if you want that.
Feel free, parents, screenshot, and you can use this to terrify your children. We got Corey MacArthur here who says, gotta love the Cali connection after dark. Denise, Didi, Lisa Fatuski, Pillow Princess, Salcedo, full of knowledge. Godman, good man, dopest rapper, Reg, what up? Nice choker necklace, Denise. Thank you so much. I just did like I put every silver necklace that I had on because I couldn't find my silver earrings. I only had one hoop and I couldn't find the other one.
Just one hoop. Appreciate you, Corey. Nice choke. Every time I see choker, I'm like, that's just such an interesting name for the little neck piece. But
what else are you supposed to call it?
A necklace.
Tight necklace.
A tight necklace.
Mini necklace.
Even that sounds crazy. I gave her a tight necklace. Dog. It was crazy. Wow. She came over. I gave her the tight necklace, and that was
mini necklace, short length necklace.
Short length necklace. Okay.
Jay, thank you, Corey. We got J. Paul RL who says Denise missed a banger of a Collision episode.
Bet she did. She don't care. She don't
J.
care.
Paul RO says Denise took off with the quickness once Omega was. Yeah, as soon as Kenny was done talking, I was like, all right, bye.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad too because Kenny was like, don't nobody go home. And I was like, oh shit, I'm going home.
Don't nobody go home as you're going home.
Like, I even waited an extra little beat and I'm all, okay, now we can go.
Sorry, Kenny. Gotta go. Got to go.
I was scared. I was like, I don't want to be seen.
Somebody would have took a picture of your ass too.
There's Denise leaving. She's leaving.
Damn. She's going to get some chicken tenders.
We got John Taylor here who says, so if Denise is the godfather of this crime family, does that make us the who? Lee crap. I'm retiring from my life of crime.
Yeah, nuh-uh. No crime over here. I'm a good Christian young man.
Uncle Dog says, hey, I didn't expect the show is still going. Anyways, did Mox call Punk a basic bitch or Mox never intended to roast him? Wait, what did I miss here?
Because during the Mox and Hangman promo, he was Mox is all, I don't want to be the best in the world. That's basic bitch shit. Or basic bitch stuff. He didn't say basic bitch.
I heard
he
that.
He said
pun,
that in the promo. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a dig to CM Punk, though.
He could have just been talking in general because other people call themselves the best in the world, but people are going to take it as a shot.
I heard it, but I didn't consider it as a shot.
Yeah.
So is that's what the internet is saying, that it was a shot?
Of course. I mean, who else calls himself the best in the world?
Yeah, but a lot of wrestlers refer to themselves as the best in the world, like the best wrestler in the world. I mean, they word it a little differently, but the sentiment is still the same.
If Moxley's saying it, he's saying it about somebody. Because Hangman doesn't call himself the best wrestler in the world.
Right. I did, now that I think about this, that did cross my mind for a split second when he said that. I thought, oh, he doesn't really call himself that. But I just thought, well, every wrestler says they're the best wrestler, though.
Hangman don't say that shit at all.
When do you ever see a wrestler go out there and say, well, I'm the third best on this roster?
That's pretty rare. It's pretty rare. But there's one fool that put it on shirts and say it out loud.
Okay, but why focus on CM Punk right now? That would make no sense, though. Why?
It's wrestling. It probably wasn't about him at all, but it's fun to play that.
I don't think it was about him. I'm gonna think this. I think this one's a reach.
I mean, Bryan Danielson used to also call himself the best wrestler in the world. So
there you go. All right, we got Juan Ortega here who says, so Denise, when you getting that Golden Lovers interview, Reg, how about that trios match? I legit yelled when Takeshita did the pop-up Liger Bomb. So I would love to obviously interview the Golden Lovers. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I will try to make whatever can happen. And Reg, how did you feel about that with Takeshita?
Unbelievable. Every time that I feel like I'm watching the Young Bucks 10 years ago in Reseda and the vibes are back. Like anytime I get that on TV, it's amazing. And that's exactly what this trios match felt like. They were in California, so I guess that plays a big role. They did the bits on the show with the limo and they went by some old spots. When
they were eating In-N-Out.
They ate In-N-Out, of course, because you have to in California. When the Young Bucks are these Young Bucks, there's nobody better than them. They started locking in this stuff. The work that they were doing with Bandido specifically, I like that they brought up a great bit on commentary. These guys haven't been in the ring since the original All In. So like the first show that sparked this show, they haven't been in the ring together, and all their bits were crazy. Bandido hit his gigantic fall away moonsault off the top rope on Takeshita. That shit was fucking insane. Takeshita is just, when they did the bit where a super kick to Kyle, and then Takeshita knocks him out, I'm like, oh, he's dead. And like, what can you do here? That was a PWG specialty match. Like they would run that shit in Reseda every week, every month, and people would go ham. Like I loved it. It was for me, and it was perfect.
Takeshita, the Young Bucks defeated Bandido, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Yeah, this match was freaking phenomenal. There was a couple of things that I enjoyed. Was a lot of it was the uniqueness of the teaming between the Bucks and Takeshita.
Yeah,
I thought that they found ways to incorporate Takeshita, like if he was the third Buck, and that was part of what I enjoyed. There was some insane sequences, bro, where I didn't even know what direction they were going in. I didn't know what they were planning next. I posted my reaction for some of that on on Instagram and Twitter, and it was just one of those things where I thought, oh, wait, what? Huh? What's gonna happen? How did he get from that to that? And that was kind of what I was thinking about during the entire matchup. Bandido's a star. Bandido is, I mean, we've known that for a long time, but Bandido was to me, Bandido was the solid fixture in this, where he was the guy that was in every moment, or almost every single moment, or had his hand in so many of these moments. I thought Bandido looked phenomenal in there. There was a part where I think he had Takeshita on his back, and for a second it looked like he was almost going to drop him, but he didn't. And you just remember that Bandido is a really, really strong guy. And so I loved this match. This was good. This was very good.
Bandido is, they have this partnership with CMLL, and they work with a bunch of luchadors, and there's Hologram and this Commander, and there's all these guys that blow minds, but like Bandido taps into something different. Like he's like I feel like how they talk and treat Mystico, like Bandido, if he was a Mexican wrestler that was in Mexico all the time, like they would think of him as a god. Like the way that this guy uses his strength and his speed and the way that he looks, like he just feels different. He works different than different people. The way that he does a high spot, but then he'll do a press slam, but then he'll just point at people. It's like, this guy is a character that should be invested in. And when they talk about like trying to find like a Mexican star in America and a guy that could potentially be like the world champion of American company, like Bandido's that guy, dude. I don't know who he is, what he did, but this guy's crazy.
Well, let me tell you, if you want to make sure that you're a star, that you're the one everyone is talking about, make sure you get yourself some Blue Chew promo code Denise. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Denise. Just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code Denise. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All righty, so what, Reg? Why gotta make those eyes at me?
Blue Chew! Get you some. I still haven't got my sample ever. It's been like 2 years at this point. That's crazy.
All right, Reg. All right. It'll happen at some point, okay? You're just not on the list. I keep forgetting about you.
Can't make the list. That's wild.
All right, we got Brendan here who says, hey, Denise and Reg, how are you both? And Denise, the second shout-out video is coming to my YouTube channel for you tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Much love. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. I love that he's got a time and everything for this. It's very, very cool. Thank you so much, Brendan.
That, homie.
The thing that we need to talk about also that occurred with Swerve and Will right after this match.
I need your thoughts, lady.
Can I be honest with you? I didn't like that they said that if they lose this match that they're never going to challenge, that they're not going to challenge for the world titles for a year. Why did they add that? Tell me that wasn't basically a sick giveaway that they're both winning this match.
Denise fucking hated it.
I thought I was being a jerk, but I didn't like that.
Hated it. I'm like, wait, no, we don't need this at all. Like,
because look, I already thought it. I think we all know the Young Bucks are losing and they're dropping the EVP titles. I think we already knew that. But this set me over the edge.
I hate this stipulation in general. Fucking hate it when Cody did it. Like, it's not a good stipulation, dude. We want to see both of these guys challenging for the world championship. Ospreay's going to be world champion fucking soon. Swerve's going to be champion again. I don't want they could have figured out something else to do. Like, I know they're trying to add stakes to both sides, but I think just the EVP
what
thing.
What could have they have done?
I don't. I hate this, but I can't figure out anything else.
Because we're not smart enough, Reg.
We're dumb. This is why we can't book. But saying you won't challenge for a year, I hated it.
Yeah, when they said that, I was like, oh, no, you don't got to do this.
You don't have to do this.
I feel that they underestimate. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel that the Young Bucks, Will and Swerve, underestimated how over they all are. Yes. In the sense that we don't need all this extra stuff.
No.
You're good. All four of you guys just wrestling this match is good enough for me.
That's what I keep saying. Even when when people were like, oh, stakes with the EVP, I don't even think they need the EVP shit. Put these four guys in the ring and ring the fucking bell, dude. It's going to be fine.
Yes, exactly. Like, okay, fine. Because again, when they added the EVP thing, I thought, all right, I already know who's going to win this. I don't got to really think that hard about it. But I don't necessarily think that I was watching this match to see who is going to win. I was watching this match just because I want to watch the match.
That's it. I want to see Swerve and Ospreay versus the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks fucking rock. I don't even think they needed to add any extra stakes. Does this guarantee that Swerve and Ospreay are going to win for you?
Yes, of course.
Because they shouldn't lose. Like, that's a stupid ass stipulation.
Because can you imagine eliminating Will Ospreay and Swerve from the title picture for a whole 365 days?
Can I
really?
Do it? Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you give Hangman like a blah, blah, blah run, 8 months or something, and then Darby beats him. That's another fucking have that guy go for 5 months. Well, that's a year right there.
Stop it. Yeah, you can't get rid of Swerve and Will in the main event picture.
Awful idea. So do not do it.
No one's buying that, bro. They didn't need this. They didn't need this. We just want to see these guys wrestle because we know it's going to be batshit crazy.
That's it. Like, the stipulations are just like a cherry on top. Like, the match is going to be everything. Like, the near falls aren't going to be extra near falls because there are things on the line, you know? I don't know.
Right. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland also teamed up today to take on Bis Mortos and Dralistico. When I saw Tony announce this yesterday, I nearly hopped out of my seat. The crazy thing is, this ended up being my fourth favorite match of the night.
Oh, damn. And this shit was hot.
That's what I'm saying. Because when I think the Fatal 4-Way was my most favorite match. Mm-hmm. Then I think the 6-man was my second. Mina and Mercedes, my third. And then this one, my fourth. And then fifth, Okada and Kota.
Damn.
I know. This is very hard to rank today's show.
Sick ass show that all those matches are up against each other. But yeah, this was if this was the main event and all those other matches weren't on there, we'd be like, oh my God, that's the craziest match I've ever seen. But this is the fourth best match on a fucking show. And this match was bonkers. There was points where Dralistico was getting his shit off. And I was like, yeah, brother, let's go. When Bis Mortos does this thing, insane. But like we're saying here, when Swerve and Ospreay are a team and they get locked in, that shit's insane. When they start connecting their spots together, they connect like an Os Cutter and the Swerve stomp today, and when they connect the hidden blade and the finish of the match with the Styles Clash and the house call, like that's the match. The Young Bucks. I don't need anything else. Just ring the bell and let these guys go 1,000 miles per hour, and I think it's going to be what it is. But continuously seeing Mortos and Dralistico, we need to see more Roosh on here. I think it's awesome, and they're great opponents.
Yeah, I second all of that. I really just like what right now. I feel that we're seeing Bis Mortos just really, he's in his element right now. He's in his element. He's shining. Yeah, and you can tell. You can definitely tell. All right, we got John Taylor here who says, pretty cool collision spoiler I saw. Won't spoil it, but it was a great thing to see finally happen. Thank you, John. We got well-rounded Leo who says, I'm sorry, it don't matter if Brody puts on great matches. If Tony always lose major matches and TV matches, and that makes him a talented jobber. Yeah, they got to give him some wins. I'm here with that. Give Brody some wins.
Because people are going to think like that. If you tell the fans that this guy loses a lot of matches, that's how they're going to think about him. So you just have to change the perception by having him win matches.
Yeah. Brandon says, a follow-up says, the shout-out is coming the 3rd. I 100% got that one, Brandon. Thank you so much. He also says, I forgot it's not midnight yet for you.
Not yet.
It's
not
okay.
Yet.
Don't worry. I put 2 and 2 together when he said today, and I looked at the clock, and I'm like, oh, yeah, he meant tomorrow.
Damn,
yeah, thank you, Brandon. You didn't even have to send in those additional super chats, but thank you so much for doing so. All right. Did we discuss everything on the show, Reg? I feel like I missed something. No? That was it? That was our show?
Yeah, I think that was everything.
All right. Okay, that was it. Sorry, I was actually looking at what was announced for Collision, but
you don't care.
No, I was looking at the card. FTR versus the Outrunners.
That's why you ran out of there so fast.
FTR versus the Outrunners.
You were gone. You were like, what? See ya. Get your stuff, brother. We're out of here.
I moved faster than the Flash.
You're running up those stairs fast as hell. I'm like, no, who's that woman? Why's she moving so fast?
Shelton Benjamin versus Kevin Knight. Hey, that
hey, hello. Hi. Yeah.
Thunder Rosa, Queen Aminata, Ty Mello, and Anna Jay versus Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena, Megan Bain, Thekla, and Julia.
Sign me all the way up.
Kyle Fletcher versus Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Mystical Hologram Mark Briscoe versus Roppongi Vice and Echiseto.
Super hot. Super duper hot. See, you should have stayed. You don't care.
Look at my face. I didn't move at all.
Not one bit. Nothing moved you.
Amazing. All righty, everyone. That, my friends, is our show for today. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in at this super late hour. Friendly reminder to everybody, there are some changes, some exciting changes coming this direction, actually. Well, not really changes. Let me reword that. Oh, start all over. Rewind the tape. I fucked up. All right. Cue the "you fucked up" chant. Mm-hmm. Reg, chant the chant.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
All right.
Fucked up.
No, I'm gonna be having an exciting announcement for this channel very soon. Free
pizza
for
soon. Everybody. No, that's not the announcement. Sorry.
Reg, how much money do you think I have? You think I can afford free pizza for everybody? Shit. There's going to be some exciting stuff happening here for the podcast. And in case you missed my Twitter announcement, this podcast is no longer going by Speak Now Pro Wrestling. That is done. That is scratched. The end of an era. It is now Instinct Culture Podcast. That's where we're at. I know wrestling fans don't like change, but that's where we're at. And there's going to be some more stuff that I'll be announcing soon. So please wait up on that. And then tomorrow, I will be dropping the interview with Toni Storm bright and early. So please come through tomorrow. Check out that video so that hopefully it does well. And I'm so excited for that Toni Storm interview. I think you guys are going to really like it because, that's Toni Storm. So check that out. Interview with Sting is up. Interview with Mr. Iguana, Sammy Guevara, Ty Mello. And I still have more interviews coming.
Damn.
Also, yeah, I have 4 more plus Tony that's still dropping this week.
Fire.
Also,
fire.
Since you're here, you're clearly a Dynamite fan, meaning that you will watch more Dynamite content. I put out a video today with the 10 best AEW Dynamite moments. Please check that video out. It was a lot of work, but it was so fun. I was actually very proud of that video. So please give that one some love. And then also, July 7th, through the 10th, I will be on vacation, guys. Even though I'm technically working on my vacation, but hey, whatever. Yeah, I know. I was supposed to not work on my vacation, but plans changed. But anyways,
unbelievable.
July 7th through the 10th, I will not be here next week. So there's no AEW Dynamite
running from the grind.
Week. I'm sorry, Reg. Sorry, okay? So no Raw, no NXT, and no Dynamite review next week, everybody. So just a heads up for that.
Okay. Unbelievable. I can't believe Denise is running from the grind. All that to say she's running from the grind. Unbelievable.
And also tomorrow, screw you, Reg. I'm going to add this too now. Also, tomorrow is my first Thursday After Dark show. So please tune in for that. I want to blow the roof off the place with that show. So please check that out. Please support that show.
What time does that start?
7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to be live from SiriusXM Studios. And I think,
sick.
Yeah. I'm trying to get the show to be there live every week. So fingers crossed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tune in. That's how you make it happen.
Please tune in. All righty. Well, now that's it. Thank you so much. Oh, Reg, I'm sorry. I didn't give you a chance to plug.
Wow, you're like, all right,
I was
he's
got nothing going on.
That's crazy. I don't got anything at all going on. Grapsity is happening.
Reg? Do you?
Yeah, I'm actually, speaking of 24/7 Busted Open, I'll be featured on an episode of the Jonathan Hood podcast with Justin LaBar this Sunday night. So definitely tune into that. People are gonna hate my fucking guts when they hear what I said on there.
You're done. You're canceled.
I'm dead, dude. My last days.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everyone.